Good morning, everybody. Like I said, it's going to be dark in the mornings. It's 6:32, and it's still kind of dark, but we're going to go for a walk anyway. Everybody just got up. I've been up because I've been editing. Actually, I got to go upload the video. You go potty, I'm going to go upload the video. And no flash. All right, now we got flash. Doesn't seem to be as blinding as it used to be. Anywho, good morning, everybody. We've got cloud. I've been getting threats of rain since 4:33, and yet not a single drop has fallen. So let's hope we can get our walk in without no rain, because I do have the mics and everything hooked up. We are USB-C with the iPhone 15 Pro Max. So, and it is, it was pitch black like 20 minutes ago. Tell you, man, you know what you're doing. You've been out here. We've done this every day for like years. And Princess is going. She's taking her sweet old time. Come on, you gotta go a little bit further so your brother can get to a tree. Go get to the tree. Go get to the tree. You got this. All right. So, something I would like to mention. Yesterday's video, initial usage for the phone, it's never going to look good right at the get-go because the neural engine needs to learn. So it feels like I was a little bit off. So I think over the next couple days, it'll finally get to a point of looking better. 'Cause I honestly think the 14 Pro Max looked way better last night. But I'm not worried about it yet. Give it a few days for this camera system to get initiated and get used, and then we should be looking good here, hopefully. 5XM, as I figured, I did throw a little photo gallery in there. The pictures do degrade pretty hard when you go to 25x. No shocker. 15x, though, I was kind of pleasantly surprised. Sign-wise, when I filmed it, you definitely could read it. It was clear. It maybe not as crisp as, if it had been pulled back and you were standing right at it, but it was readable. A couple of birdies in the road. Oh, that one flew away. Still one up there, and he flew away. And there's another one. And he flew away. Like I said, this morning, it's just cloudy. There's not a lot of fog or anything. Temperature, I think it was like in the mid-50s. Maybe a little higher than that. But not too bad out this morning. A little brisk to the skin, but not like when it's 47 and super foggy. But like I said, we are scheduled to get some rain today and tomorrow. So, right now, I don't know my game plan. My game plan tomorrow is I don't know. There's a large part of me, my wheels are turning, saying, I did get a screen protector for this at Walmart, so I don't technically need to run to Best Buy tomorrow, but it also is my final return day on the Osmo 6. I'm just so on the fence with that, because that would be, a large chunk of money coming back. That, and I've been looking. SanDisk Extreme was available in the 4 terabyte model for it was on sale for $219 from like $300 and something. I'm on the fence, get it on a good deal and have an external. Don't know how I would set that up, and like I said, I would not be able to use audio unless they make a USB-C charging audio, and then I could figure a way hopefully to plug it in. I don't know if that'll transfer data through it though, because I think there is more of a charging and audio, but with USB-C they may be able to do more with it. So it's something I need to look into before I go pulling that trigger as well, because yeah, it would be kind of cool to be able to shoot in 4K 60, but honestly, it's expensive to do. $219 for an external. Like I said the other day, 4 terabyte, I wouldn't go anything less considering how much space you're going to use per minute. You can get away with 2 terabyte, and that's, but I think right now they almost have the 4 terabyte as a better value. What are you thinking, Princess? She says, it's not quite light out, Dad. And you're not letting us stop and sniff. Low light wise, it looks really good. I feel like the screen it almost looks like I'm shooting in 4K 60. The speed of the screen. I don't know if that makes any sense. for anybody that's ever like played with an iPhone and swapped between 30 and 60 frames per second, motion seems to look a little bit more realistic in 60. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. And like I said, the internal engine, once it kind of takes over, I actually like the way this case looks, with the black around the edge. I'll have to show it to you. I didn't really get a chance to show much. In fact, I gotta figure out, I think I'm gonna have to steal the initial picture I took to send to everybody that my phone arrived to use for my thumbnail. So, yeah, I think we're gonna, I mean, it'll be fine. We'll figure things out. I guess the other part of me needs to figure out, how often am I going to shoot 4K 60 to spend that kind of money? You know, right now, yesterday I didn't. Oh, and the Mavic case is coming Wednesday. Before I forget to say that. You know, because that's always one of the considerations. Like, okay, case $50, screen protector. I think the one I normally get, the Invisible Shield, I think it's like $45 at Best Buy, but that's lifetime replacement. Right now, you don't have one on. I haven't put the cheap one I bought yesterday on this thing yet, so I don't know. Quarter of. I should have time to clean the screen and maybe get it installed before we leave. For some reason, the flash didn't come on. I hope you're recording. Yeah, I signed into my Mavic account last night, and it is in transit from California, so. I'm going to most likely keep this case as well, so I have to. I did try the iPhone 14 Pro Max leather case this morning. The phone kind of falls into it. There's definitely a difference in size. The phone is not as tall, as thick. Or is it? Yeah, it's not as thick. And it's a little bit shorter, almost feels like, and a little narrower. It would probably stay on it, but there is the potential it could fall out of it somehow. So that kind of sucks. So yeah, it's not going to be because of the camera bump or the buttons. It's going to be because the phone is just a tad, and I mean a tad bit smaller. Kind of lost my train of thought there. So normally when you get a new device, okay, case and screen protector, you're looking usually at about $100. Now, to add to that, if you want to use the 4K 60 feature, you're looking at more money with a hard drive. You don't have to go with a 4 terabyte. The only reason I'm really interested in that one is because it's on sale. Question is, will it be on sale Sunday still? Because their sales usually end. And then there's the faster USB-C 3 cable, which would definitely help data transfer. Now, because this phone is blanked, when I plugged it into Final Cut last night, it showed up everything really fast because everything hasn't been backed up to it yet. But transfer speed was still cryingly slow. Now we should have no interference with Bluetooth this morning since it's not connected to the car. However, yesterday, like when I was moving and driving, even though it's not connected to my Bluetooth, it still knew I was in the car. So that's kind of crazy. Not sure how it does that. One of those mysterious things. It is now raining, by the way, as if I don't know if you can hear it because of the microphones. We made our walk. We got our entire walk. And our arch enemy isn't there, so we got literally our entire walk in. Which is a nice little treat for this morning. Because God only knows what's going to happen tonight and tomorrow. I did put the screen protector on. I got a couple bubbles, but I feel like they'll fade out throughout the day, hopefully. If not, I can fix it later. I think I'm just going to, case-wise and screen protector-wise, at least for right now, let things go. Just spend $9.99 on a screen protector versus spending $45. Case, I do have another case coming. This one, it holds pretty good, but for some reason, it's hitting the windshield and knocking it off when I spin it around, which is, I'm not sure why. That case might be just a tad bit thicker than what's the leather one. I'll definitely keep my eye out for the silicone ones to come in Walmart. And get my discount, maybe. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see how this Mavic case works. I think that case is going to be so connected, I'm not going to have to worry about it. Oh, Saturday. See what we get into today. I think there's 4 of us. I know one person's on not so much vacation, but she requested off because she has I think a craft event or something she's helping family with. Actually, she's one of my viewers. So I hope she has I messaged her this morning. I was like, have fun with your event. We'll miss you. But she said she'd kind of rather be at work. She forgot that she was doing it. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. Trying to really reduce the amount of driving here. Another rainy day, you know. Cut down on fuel for a couple weeks here. It'll be financially better. Try to do something tomorrow. Don't get me wrong, if we can find a clearing. But Terry did say it's supposed to rain all day today and all day tomorrow. Yay! Can't wait. Sweet home. Oh crap, I left the microphones in the car. But it's raining outside, so microphones aren't going to be used. She barked so much she made herself gulp. My naked little basset hound. Yeah, it's a pretty crummy looking day outside. So I don't know how much more you're going to see of us. So I got something to try out, and I got a silicone case at Verizon, so because this one keeps falling off. So this one's probably going back. But try the silicone. And it looks like the finely woven one is a very hard case. They had it on display, but they didn't have it in stock. Holy buckets is USB 3 fast. 20 minutes of footage, not all of it in ProRes, but most of it less than 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes, just boom. So I stopped at Staples. I ended up picking up a 5 terabyte hard drive that was USB 3. Mainly one of the cables, since they don't have a cable. It's not very long, but it's long enough. It connects to the computer, that's all that matters. So I got a 5 terabyte storage hard drive that I can actually pair with this thing. When I am ready, I'm going to probably test out 4K 60. Maybe not tomorrow. We'll see what the weather does. But we have it now to try it and see how that works. And 5 terabytes of storage. So bring on some big videos. Because storage isn't going to be an issue no more. The rain has paused for us. Speaking of ProRes, it was turned off from this morning. Yes. Yes, it was. I'm going to get one bubble out of this screen protector. It was the one that was giving me a hard time. See if I can work that out. Boy, this case is nice. I'm hoping this silicone case magnetizes really well. Well, I'm not sure if this case is black or if it's a super, super dark blue. Nonetheless, it looks okay. It works. So it's not overly grippy, but I'm hoping when we put on the MagSafe, it's got enough power. This is really all in waiting until the MagBack case comes. When that case comes, I might take both this one. This is like $40 some with my discount at Verizon. Because they're 49, I think they're 49. I think it came out to 43 something with my discount. So I saved like 15%, I think. So I truly do believe last night, considering how much wind there was, that Apple has definitely worked on the microphones a little bit more than I initially thought. It was a good test. I needed to do kind of a wind test with it anyway. I felt like one of the other YouTubers mentioned, I think it was Mr. Who's the Boss mentioned that wind isn't, it's not so much wind, but the iPhone native audio picks up more sound than the Samsung, but the way they wind protect, it makes everything echo. Yeah, you gotta come around the tree, Bria. Yeah, that's the way you do it. So I thought it sounded pretty decent. Hey, you come over on this side. Thank you. I'm tired of getting wrapped up. Trying to think of some other tests I need to do with this thing. I guess we need to connect it to the Osmo and see what that does with the app now, because I questioned the 5X. Test the external hard drive, 4K 60 and 4K 30 for that matter. We do a big adventure. Put it on the hard drive, plug that into the computer, game over. It's just a matter of figuring. It's not tiny. It's a tough hard drive. It's got like a rubber, bright orange rubber thing around it. Could be interesting how I'm going to mount that, because like I said, the cord is maybe a foot long total. So I don't have a lot of ways to, it's not like I can put it in my pocket and hook it to the phone. And I still didn't look into audio. Now, like I mentioned, I can record audio directly into the microphones and then try to match it up later on. That'd be fun. I did get a comment. Actually, I had a video blocked today too in Russia from a long time ago. It was one of my old iPhone videos of a time lapse. It was when we tested the DJI Action 4 against the iPhone. For anybody wondering, all the footage on the left, the really wide field of view footage, is the DJI, and the narrow footage on the right is the iPhone. I didn't label them because I thought it would be quite obvious personally, so sorry I didn't do that. Let's use my favorite tree for some focal length, 0.5, 1, 2, 5. While we're at, let's test out the 0.5 lens and see how clear it is these days. Since I've been using it here and there on the 14 Pro Max, obviously the background blur is gone, which is fine for right where I'm at right now, not around anybody. So, yeah, I mean, all these lenses have a purpose. The 5, that jump from 2 to 5 is still, it sounded good on paper, but I'm still happy that I have 3 in those cases where I don't need 5. Or I need that in between, because that's where it gets you. But it's nice to be able to go out from 5 to 10 with a little less distortion. That could be another test. When I do the side-by-side, I'll try to play around with the zooms between, you know, the 2 cameras as well a little bit, just to give you a difference in perspective of what that gives you and what's the pros and cons between the 2. But having both, I think, is probably my best option. All right, let's use the laser sign. So we're at 1, 2, so that's going to be equal. 5, and where the iPhone 14 stops is right there. Where this stops is right there. All right, on the 14 Pro Max, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and there is 9. So it should be a little clearer at 9 with 15. And I think it actually might look better at 15 than it does at 9 with 14. Seriously, dogs? Seriously? What did I do to you? What did I do to you that you're roping me up? You hog tying me here, kids. Are you proud of yourself? Are you proud of yourself? Are you proud of yourself? You're making it worse, Mateo. You're coming further and further around. Oh, turd. And Priya's going back the other way. Okay, let me get myself out of this mess. Alright, I just saw a series of photos with both phones. So, I used all the focal lengths of the 15 Pro Max. The 13mm, the 24mm, the 28, 35, the 2X, should be what, 48mm? 5X, which is 120mm, out to 25, and then I brought it back to 10, which would be its double the 5. So the 14 Pro Max only goes out to 15, so you get 10x more. It'd be interesting to see the quality difference between 25 and 15. see if they've improved going out that far. But then I brought them both back to double their max length. So on the 14 it's 6, on this one it's 10. So should be interesting to see in together how it all played out. I'll try to match. I won't be able to match up the 28 and 35s, but I will be able to match up the 2, the 5 versus the 3. You know what, with the difference in transfer speed between the two, it's going to have to be a really important situation that I have to pull 14 out to film with it now. That is just an incredible change in speed. The cable that comes with it, it's the same speed coming across. There's both 480 megs. I think this is what, 10 gigabytes per second or something like that? I don't know. I'm not sure if it's megabytes, gigabytes, but nonetheless, it's fast. Worth it. Worth it. If you have the iPhone 15 Pro, Pro Max, and you're taking photos in RAW, you're doing ProRes video, get a USB 3 cable. You will not regret it. Because when you used to pull your hair out, it's now worth it. Rendering still takes a while. That didn't change that any. But I can put the footage on the computer and get rendering a hell of a lot quicker. I'm starting to see people doing battery tests with the iPhone 15 Pro Max. I don't think I've had it long enough, obviously. It's only had last night to charge. The one thing that's really weird is my photos are not importing to it. I only have what I've taken with this device, even though it's signed into my iCloud account. And I keep putting photos on and locking it like you're supposed to do. My stuff is not coming over. It seems like it's going to the Mac, but it's not coming to this device. And I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm really not arguing about it too much right now because it's not that big of a deal. And it actually saves me a ton of space and gives me way more record time by it not showing up, I think. Because if that stuff starts coming over, it's going to start. I wonder if I have Optimage storage on. Oh, look at that. I stand corrected. It is now transporting stuff over, but it was literally on that app all night last night and I got nothing. Plugged it in today and now magically I have stuff. So, okay, it's working. Optimized storage is on. Everything is set right. I think it comes that way standard anyway. Whew! Talking too much. I ate too much and I can't breathe now. Alrighty guys, well, we're going to finish this walk and then we're going to call it a night. Because it's supposed to start raining here very shortly again. And I want to see how this looks and play around with the external hard drive a little bit maybe tonight. And we can talk about that tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.